Hi my salty pecans, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Pamela, and of course Miss Jinx has to come and make an appearance in the video. And on today's video, I am going to actually be talking with you all about why I did not purchase, well, I actually purchased a handful, literally a handful of plants in 2021, and why I'm feeling like that is going to be the same thing I'm going to do for this current year, 2022. I plan on actually purchasing a handful of plants or less. I do not want to overexert myself with a lot of plants in my collection. I just want to maintain what I have and be very mindful of what I bring when and if I do bring new ones. So if you're interested in just this little conversation we are going to have, then keep on watching. So welcome back everybody. Okay, I actually have written down just like my thoughts and ideas, just to make sure that I have everything I wanted to talk about written down so I don't forget anything in the video. So as I mentioned in the intro, I purchased about a handful of plants, and I literally can count them on my fingers. I remember I purchased earlier on March the shark tooth cactus, the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma non-tissue culture. I also purchased, back again in Florida, I purchased that burley mark slash global green combo, and later on in the fall I also picked up a variegated Wayettii and also a variegated burley marks. That was a wishlist plant. Those were actually both wishlist plants for me. I had the variegated Wayettii and they did not survive in my collection, so I got another one. That did nothing to do anymore. But I got the variegated burley marks, which was a wish list, so I was so happy with that. And even with those purchases, I was okay with it because of the price of them. So in regards to the shark tooth cactus, it was a huge ginormous pot, and I spent $30 on it. Okay, so this is the plant I was talking about. This I got for such a great deal. Honestly, this plant is ginormous. It's humongous. And it's constantly pushing out new growth. One of the best purchases I've ever made. Came all the way from Florida to NYC. Again, a plant like that, a cutting would probably run you at least $20, $25, $30. Essentially the price that I purchased a pot for, I would have gotten a cutting for if I purchased it online via auction or via like a plant purge page. So if, let's say, I was a seller, I could probably just alone on that pot make about $1,000, at least $1,000 on just cuttings. If I were to price it appropriately, I would really make a good bang for my buck just alone on that pot if I was a plant seller. But I was willing, and I was so happy to purchase that, or my tetrasperma, my non-tissue culture. I remember I seen a non-tissue culture tetrasperma online for $30, and then shipping on top of that was $30. So the plant would have total cost me $60 to ship during the winter. I decided not to go with that purchase, and then I waited. I got to Florida, and I think I found the plant for about like $10. And both the shark tooth and the non-tissue culture tetrasperma, the cashier actually gave me friends and family discount, so I even got all of those plants discounted even more. So those purchases were so worth it for me. I got on the plane, they were my carry-ons, and I got home with them, and they were so happy. So I was okay with purchasing something like that. And also in regards to like the global green pothos, it was a little like $4 pot plant. I was okay with spending $4 because I don't have that plant in my collection, and it was a combination of like two plants, you know, when you have little stowaways. So they decided to just like live together, and they still live together in the other room. So I was okay with spending money like that. And like I mentioned, in the fall, I picked up the variegated Burley Marks and the variegated Weighty Eye, and I spent $30, or I think $35 for them. Again, if I were to get a variegated Burley Marks online, I would have had to purchase it for way more, pay for shipping, wait for it to get shipped, have to worry about shipping damage, if any root situation. I purchased that plant, I picked it up not too far from my job. Really convenient, both plants, really easy. I seen them, I didn't have to worry about shipping. So I was okay with spending the money that I spent on those plants this year because they were very affordable for me for how the plant market has been in the past three or 4 years or so. Okay, the plant market it's a seller's market. Okay, so if you want to make some bread, obviously, and you know this market, you know what to do. So as I mentioned, I'm not a fan of this current plant market or this past plant market. If you are not new to my channel, if you are a long time salty pecan, then you know I have been complaining about plant prices since the plant prices started to get disrespectful. Okay, like 2020 rolled around, inflation hit, and it's like supply and demand came, and people were just like, oh, what, I'm at home, I want to become a gardener, oh, watch YouTube videos, oh, watch Instagram, boom, TikToks, whoa. Now here we are. Okay, here we freaking are, and we just got to make the best with what we have. Okay, so unless and until the price of plants get down to a reasonable number, I am not expecting myself to really purchase plants. And if I do purchase plants, they're going to be ones that I really want. I seriously want badly, because I'm not gonna be spending $500, $600, $700 on a strawberry shake. Not for nobody, not for nothing. If I do get a strawberry shake, which is the next segment of this video, it would most likely be via trade. I am going to promote this at the top of my lungs this year. Get away, get away, get away. Okay, I'm going to promote it. We are trading plants, okay? We are being friendlier, we are being conscious, we're being mindful, and we're being thoughtful. We are not just throwing our money out there, okay? Sorry, ma'am. We are being mindful, we are trading plants, and we are getting plants that are cost efficient, cost effective, okay? We are not breaking the bank. We are being mindful with our money, okay? We are putting our money in better places. We are not throwing it into the soil and composting it, okay, for the worms to eat. We need to stop that. Okay, we stop composting your money by overspending it on plants. Okay, people? Okay, my salty pecans, stop it. The great news is that I have been noticing certain plant prices have been dropping. For example, Hoya plant prices have dropped a good amount. It's starting to become like reasonable, because Hoyas, believe it or not, they do grow pretty fast. The reason that there's, you know, such a demand for them was because they do come from very remote locations, and just the, what is the word, the hobby for Hoyas just like exploded faster than collectors really had them available. And there's just so many varieties. So Hoyas is literally just one family that don't ever expect to really finish collecting. So prices of Hoyas have significantly dropped. For example, I remember in 2020 I purchased like a Hoya Lisa for like $20, and it was just like a little 2-leaf situation, 2 4-leaf situation, and I was just like, oh my god, this is such a great price for this Hoya Lisa. Hoya Lisa, baby, get Lisa. Like, 90-day fiance type situation. And now you can find Hoya Lisas a lot of places. You could find them for $5. You can find them people giving them as like bonuses for like plant sales. You can find Hoya Lisa larger pots for like $20, because again, back then, like certain Hoyas, for example, like the Mauna Loa, and I think the reason for that plant, or the variegated compacta, for example, you can find those, they come from like Costa Farms, so you can find them in like the big box stores. But similar to that, people like scoop them up and, you know, divvy them out, you know, branch by branch, or like they cut them and they try to root them and sell them like that. But the difference with the compactus is that like they grow so slow, and that they're so just like short and bushy, that it's like is it even a point to, I don't know, try to like propagate it? Anyways, I'm just saying a lot. I, in 2021, was very mindful and was very cautious and conscious about the amount of money I was spending when it came to plant purchasing, and also adding plants into my collection. I do plan on carrying the same thought, the same ethics, the same just like relationship with plants into this year. I do not want to overspend on plants. I do not think that it made any sense for me in the years prior to have a monthly plant budget, because I would overspend an excessive amount of money on plants. I would be spending $200 a month on plants, and it's not like in one sitting. It was like, oh, I can just go look. I'm just gonna go look. And every time you just go look, you pick something up. So now we may or we may not go look, but we don't have to pick something up, because I went through those plants. The ones that I'm happy with stayed. The ones I'm not happy with are not here anymore, by whichever way they decided to leave my home. Okay. Oh man. So yes, in this year, I'm going to be more conscious, as I was, about what I'm bringing in. And there are certain plants that I want, like I've been saying it. I still want a linearis. I still want a staghorn fern mounted. I want those plants in my collection, and we're gonna get them, but we're not overspending, okay? We are going to try to trade them, or we're going to be very cautious about the amount of dinero they cost, okay? Yes. So with that being said, thank you so much, my salty pecan, for watching this video. Let me know down below, what are some of your ideas for this year in regards to adding plants into your collection? Are you planning on buying more plants, or do you want to also practice trading more plants? Make friends with people in the community. You know, offer something of equal or greater value for something that you want. Not greater value, but you know, see if you want a plant that costs $100 and you only have plants that cost $10, or try to make a good enough bargain that, okay, it's equal to what you want to offer back for the trade for. So yes, leave in the comments below what you want to do. What are your thoughts for doing in 2022 in regards to plant collecting? And make sure you follow me on all my other social media platforms at HauzPlant, HauzPlant, and make sure you hit the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And of course, like I said, subscribe, become a salty pecan. We're pretty awesome here, and I will see you on the next one. Let's get growing. Bye.